Okay, what should I bring in against his deck? He has a sideboard consisting of Matsu Tribe Sniper, Naturalize, Repeal, and Volcanic Hammer. I know he's going to bring in the hammers for the Grave Robbers. I'm sure he is. At the very least, he's going to be bringing in Repeals. He'll probably bring in Repeals for the Signets, but I'm not so sure about that. Either way, he may bring in the Snipers just because they're early beaters and they stop my monsters. But I think overall, what I should drop. Let's see. Should I bring any last gasps? He seemed to wreck me with those guys, so we'll bring in 2 last gasp, and we will take out an Bigger Mortis. Those seem to clog my hand a little bit. Last gasp and a Grave Robber. So I brought in 2 last gasp and not much else. And this hand is pretty good. Dimir Signet, Remand, Aqueduct, Thought Courier, Swamp, Thought Courier, Swamp. I'm totally okay with this hand. So good luck, have fun, I hope you get screwed. So that thing's a bunch, I'm looking like a champ. Booyah. He plays a forest and says go. And I draw a Compulsive Research. I play a Swamp and say go. And he brings out a Vine Lasher Kudzu second turn. I bring out the old Aqueduct into discard Blazing Archon action. And he plays Boiler Works, which fires off Vine Lasher, of course, and fuels it, if nothing else. Of course, with a Blazing Archon in my graveyard, he's not looking good now. He's pretty much under the gun to try to get in as much damage as possible before I stop his attacking. Then he has to blaze it or Rashi it away. Because even if he gets a tap down with Sniper, that just lets me wait for Tide Spout. So that's no big deal. And I decided to play Thought Courier instead of Remand because I would, in a way I'd like to keep Remand out because I think he's going to try to play some at the very least, a decent monster right now, such as Azusa, which is ridiculous. But what I really need to focus on right now is getting Archon out in play, so that's what I'm going to do. Meanwhile, he's going to be playing Kudzus and all kinds of really horrible things to pump that Vine Lasher Kudzu up over and over. Nasty, I say. And he plays the Growth Chamber again. Pretty much, I need to draw a Zombify right about right now. I guess I want to go to 13 because I ain't blocking that trash. Okay, I drew a Simic Signet, and we're going to Courier, which lets me get rid of Tyrant. And we're going to Compulsive Research. Okay, which finds me a Simic Growth Chamber and the Zombify. accidentally discarded my Simic growth chamber. I meant to play it. Oh well. Next turn I'll get the Zombify and then Thought Carrier twice, and then hopefully he'll lose. Because bouncing that Kudzu is pretty ridiculous. However, he's going to be almost alpha striking this turn. Okay. Let's see, he can lay, was it 2 additional lands each turn? So that's 3 total, so that'd make him a 9, that'd make him 10 damage, that'd bring me to 3. Hopefully would stem the bleeding though, because like I said, I've got a Zombify and enough mana to play a spell that would let me bounce him, so. Whew, not too worried, but not too happy, you know? Oh, wow. And he goes and finds Maloku. Okay. And he swings for 8, which is a little bit less than I expected, so that's nice. That actually gives me some breathing room, I believe. Oh, and I drew a Grave Robber, and he's got 5 cards in his graveyard. So, let's... And someone says Archon, but I'd rather have Tyrant. I bounced the Vine Lasher Kudzu back to his hand by playing a Thought Courier. A little lost in my own thoughts, sorry about that. At this point, we've got him playing, he taps a Simic Signet, or Simic Growth Chamber to play the Vine Lasher, I'm expecting. And he does. And he taps more lands. Growth Chamber, Boiler Works, and Forest to play the Maloku. And I'm sure he's going to pick up and lay down the same land 3 times, as you do. Wow. That's ridiculous. And he plays the Growth Chamber after he picks it up. And picks up the Growth Chamber to replay it. He seems to be focusing more on Vine Lasher than he does on actually creating guys to kill me, which is a little, I think, incorrect at this point in time. But I can play the Grave Robber and remand it twice, and that'll be a whole lot of fun. And while that's on the stack, I'm going to bounce Maloku. While that's on the stack, I'm going to bounce Grave Robber back to my hand with Remand. And finally, I want to remand the Remand. And someone says, behold the power of cheese. And he taps all of his lands, which is 6 total.